In October 2021, deep in the jungles of northwestern Colombia, security forces captured the country's most wanted drug trafficker. His name was Dairo Antonio Usuga David, but the world knew him as Otoniel. Officials called it a historic blow, the fall of the man who had become the face of Clan del Golfo. But then something happened that exposed a darker truth. The organization he led did not disappear. Most criminal empires are supposed to collapse when their kingpin falls. But Clan del Golfo survived. So the real question is not just who Otoniel was, it is what kind of machine he left behind. This group has many names. Clan del Golfo, the Gulf Clan, Los Urabeños, Clan Usuga, and the AGC, the Autodefensas Gaitanistas de Colombia. But in this story, all of those names point to one force: Colombia's most powerful criminal armed group.
Clan del Golfo did not appear from nowhere. Human Rights Watch says the group emerged after the demobilization of paramilitary groups in the mid-2000s. That matters because it inherited more than criminals. It inherited weapons, territorial control, intimidation, and the logic of an armed organization. To understand Clan del Golfo, you have to understand Uraba. This region sits near Panama, the Caribbean, and key movement corridors. For traffickers, geography is power. But geography alone does not build an empire. The group needed a business model. And the Gulf Clan's business was not only moving drugs, it was controlling territory. Roads, rivers, coastlines, and jungle corridors became part of the system. According to United States authorities, the group managed the drug trade in the areas it controlled and charged a fee on every shipment that passed through its territory.
That made Clan del Golfo more than a cartel. It was a gatekeeper. And at the center of this network stood one man: Dairo Antonio Usuga David, alias Otoniel. He became the public face of Clan del Golfo, the man Colombian authorities hunted for years, and the symbol of the group's power.
For years, Otoniel lived like a hunted man. Then, in October 2021, Colombian forces finally closed in. Readers reported that the operation involved hundreds of special forces members and 22 helicopters. The capture looked like the climax. The man at the center of the network had fallen. But the question was still waiting. Would the machine fall with him? Otoniel was extradited to the United States. In 2023, he was sentenced to 45 years in prison. A United States court also ordered him to pay $216 million in forfeiture. For a moment, it looked like closure. The man at the center of the story was gone. But this was not the end.
After Otoniel fell, Clan del Golfo did not collapse. Human Rights Watch reported that by June 2024, the Gulf Clan had a presence in 392 municipalities, a major increase compared with 2022. So the victory created a new question. Otoniel was captured, the group survived, and its territory expanded. This was no longer just a story about one man. It was a story about a network.
Clan del Golfo survived because it was not built around one man. It was a system. Local cells, regional commanders, criminal alliances, roots, extortion networks, armed control. When Otoniel disappeared from the center, the structure did not collapse. It reorganized. That was the lesson. The face could fall, but the machine could keep moving.
After Otoniel, another name became central. Jobanes de Jesus Avila Villadiego, known as Chiquito Malo. United States authorities allege he continued to lead Clan del Golfo. In 2026, prosecutors added new charges against him. He remained at large. And these are allegations, unless proven in court. The case was still open, and so was the network.
The group's power came from many economies at once. Cocaine, illegal mining, extortion, smuggling routes. Each one fed the same center, territorial control. That made the organization hard to dismantle. If one stream came under pressure, the others could keep the machine alive. But territorial control does not happen on empty land. It happens where people live.
In villages, on farms, along roads, near rivers. In communities that may see the state arrive for an operation, then watch armed groups return after the cameras leave. Human rights groups warn that armed groups in Colombia have contributed to displacement, confinement, child recruitment, threats, and violence against rural, indigenous, and Afro-descendant communities.
And that is the human cost behind the map. It leaves Colombia with a brutal question. Do you fight a group like this with force, or do you negotiate, hoping to reduce the violence? In May 2026, Reuters reported that Colombia suspended arrest and extradition warrants for 29 Clan del Golfo leaders as part of peace talks. To some, negotiation is a path toward less bloodshed. To others, it risks giving a criminal army more time and more leverage. There is no easy answer.